Would you like to find out where usual middle class, well, upper middle class Russians live? Let's find out. I started my channel, first it was Letters to King, now I changed the name into Inside Russia a couple years ago. And one of my first videos was, where do regular Russians live? It was a walking tour of a regular gated community of usual middle class, little upper middle class Russians. I still remember the day. It was February 23rd. It was so cold outside. It was Sunday. There was no one on the streets. Wind was blowing, snow was blowing in my face, and it was not pretty. I decided to come back to the same place and show you how it looks like when it's warm. And it's quite different. Let's go check it out. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Konstantin and welcome to Inside Russia. We're living in today's Russia, explained by the insider you can trust. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. You're awesome and you rock. Please keep on coming back for more. I started off with this place. It's a little shopping plaza. There are a few stores, pharmacy, butchers, bakery, car wash, and there's a fancy country club right here. A couple years ago it was brand new. Now it's a little seasoned, but still it's very nice. They have a huge yard inside, and surprisingly there's a little bit of trash out, but they had a huge function last night, a wedding, huge wedding, couple hundred people, and I think they haven't been able to clean everything up so far. That's the entrance right there, and this is where I'm taking you right now. I will remind you that I am in the very south of Russia, in the city of Rostov-on-Don, well, next to the city, about 5 miles off the city, and this is a very typical western suburb. This place is not for, I would say, regular people making average Russian income. Usually people like that live in apartment blocks, apartments. This is a gated community of townhomes or townhouses, and let's take a closer look how it looks like. You've got to have a pass to get inside and outside, meaning it's only for the people who live here and their guests only. This is a security post, and they just check your license plate and they go okay or not okay. Last time I was here, the gate was broken and the guard was actually raising that thing with his own hand and lowering with his own hand, but it's automatic. Once you get inside, it's actually is a very nice place. There's tons of trees here, all kinds of trees, pines, birches, even some oaks, tons of fruit trees at people's houses or homes. Every home here it's like a townhome. Right there, one section is just one family home, and it's in the blocks of 3 or 5 homes. And there's a little bit of land in front of home, and there's a little bit of land in front of the house, so you can park your car or a couple cars, and there's a little bit of land behind the house. Добрый денек.
Здравствуйте.
People who live here are actually nice. Most of them are nice. They say hello, which is very unusual for Russia, and they smiled at you. There is a sense of community here. Okay, it's one of the few places in Russia, perhaps because it's gated. People have a feeling like what's inside is our own, you know what I mean? And it's actually quite nice. It's very safe. I never lock my car in here because, hey, no one, no strangers get in, and the neighbors don't steal from each other, you know what I mean? This is a very typical townhome right here. There is enough space for a couple cars. If you decide to have this layout like this, my mom and dad, they only have, well, my mom now, dad passed away. They have one car, and they have a little bit of land on the left and on the right, and they, grow flowers mostly. Lots of people grow grapes. Nice cars here. Very nice places. Most people don't build fences, or their fences are see-through. The kind you see at the west, right here. Nice car. Just like mine. Some people decide to put up fences that you cannot see through. That's okay, it's their choice. There is no homeowner association here, meaning you can do whatever you want. You don't have to pay anything to the HOA. And rules, well, you make your own rules. I remember 2 years ago when I was walking here, it was so cold. I was frozen. And this is October, mid-October, and this is our Indian summer. About 55 degrees outside, close to 60. Fantastic place, fantastic weather, very nice. Not too many people outside. Usually there are quite a few kids playing and stuff like that, but not right now. Some people have a little bit more land and they decide to build garage like this one. It's pretty nice. So look, love this fence. And what is this? Grapes. You see there's a row of the street, row of the houses on the street, like house after house. The whole layout of this place is a square. This is a Russian car, Lada, and Renault, the French one, kind of same price. Same prices, same cars. Now, this real estate is somewhere in the middle of a price range, meaning it's not too expensive, but it's not too cheap. A house like this, well, they're all the same here. The only difference is some have a little bit more land and they can build a little garage on the side. So a house like this without like a regular plot of land is about $200,000, give or take. There's another row. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you to see my mom and dad's place. Добрый день. I don't know, I like this place. A little trampoline and people try to decorate it to their liking. This is the very middle, the very center of this square community, and all the homeowners, they got together and decided to make a little playground and decided to plant trees, and turned out to be not too bad. Let me tell you, when my son Michael comes over, I bring him over here. In the summertime when it's hot and nice out, he loves coming here in this particular area to the very center of the community and play with other kids. And usually there are tons of kids. Since this is middle of October, you see that all trees in the south of Russia start turning yellow and red. Well, some are still green, but not for long. 1, maximum 2 weeks at most. And some people have, their land over here behind the house, you see, and they have barbecue zones, they have trees over there, all kinds of trees, and some made doors so they can walk out right into this playground. Basically, all homeowners, they just put up cash out of their own pockets and, you know, did this. This is not the only playground that in this development. I will take you to another one in a few moments at the end of the video. There are tons of teenagers, always tons of teenagers here. Saturday, late afternoon, early evening. I guess everyone's taking a chill pill and staying home. This place looks so much more attractive, so much more beautiful in the summer and in the fall than we're having a little conflict. The caretaker lady, I guess she was just screaming at the teenagers. What are you doing to that tree? You know, stuff like that. It's pretty funny. Anyway, this place looks so much more beautiful right now when it's warm and nice and everything is green than in the winter time. Winter, it's bleak. Bleak, bleak, and nasty. Southern Russia, you know, the winters here are not so. Do you hear like the shots? It's actually duck hunters out. Wow, pretty cool. In Russian, this tree is called Eva. We see first signs of foliage. Judging from these flags, you can see that this is Russia. Russian flags everywhere. Now we're getting close to our house. Nice cars. These are our neighbors. Let me tell you, this is one expensive car. Mercedes GLS 63 AMG. Probably $150,000. This is my mom's and dad's house right here. Remember I told you, they don't have tiles all over the place. They left some space on the left and on the right so they could plant some roses, trees, flowers. This is a sour cherry tree. It gives fantastic harvest. Sour cherries are really good. My dad passed away, left his little blue Fiat. Gotta sell it. Check out these roses. My mom's pride. Pride and joy. Did you hear that? Boom. That's a shot. Duck hunting. My mom spends days, you know, taking care of these plants. She has more flowers. Took them out for winter. And this is their house. This is another row of houses. These are not townhouses, but standalone houses. Pretty nice fence. I remember this is called Ivy in English. Okay, and this is Eva. By the way, I'm not sure if you guys can see it up high in the air. This is a contrail, a regular plane flying, passenger plane, you see? There is no trace behind. You can see birch tree is turning yellow. Pretty cool house. Fantastic color. Very nice landscaping too. And this is how Russians build houses, using some kind of cement blocks. I guess this house is finished on the inside, but they're still finishing up on the outside. People already living inside. So this is the end of my mom's and dad's community. That right there is a complete different neighborhood. And it's divided by a stream right here. And this is my most favorite place around this part of the world. That's another development. And right between that development and my parents is this place right here. A little stream, a soccer field, basketball court, tennis court. And those houses right there, they're located right on the water. Some of them even have their tiny boats. Some of them are motorboats and some of them are rowing boats. And there's actually plenty of fish here. So people just get outside of their apartment houses, and you see the little patios for barbecuing on the water, and then they just fish out, get fresh fish all the time. More kids, more people out playing. There's a brand new development right there, standalone houses. That's also pretty cool. The kid's doing a stunt. This place is brand new. It was built like a year ago, and it suddenly became one of my most favorite places to hang out with my son and daughters when I come to visit my parents. Well, now it's my mom. You know, in the summertime, this place is a hit. The playground, just like we have right in front of our apartment block in Moscow. You know, I made so many videos about that and how Michael plays and why I like Moscow, and like a huge playground, or actually a series of playgrounds, is one of my most favorite thing about living in a huge city like Moscow. And they also have something like this, well, remotely similar to that, here in south of Russia, in a gated community. Playing soccer, that's pretty cool. Local boys, there's a outdoor workout area right there. There are different machines for working out. I take it teenagers love hanging out here. Even this public bathroom right there. Toddlers playground right there. Public bathroom way over there. And skateboard park. Pretty cool. Way on the horizon, the city of Rostov itself. 1 million people live there. Zoom in a little bit. Can barely see from here, but that's where Rostov is. Right there. It's a very long city. It stretches for 40 miles along Don River. When I bought this place way back, I think it was 2009, the prices were different, much lower, and there was nothing nothing of this around. Just like plain houses, you know, no shopping plaza, no playgrounds, you know, no trees, because it was just like freshly built houses everywhere. And now it's been, what, 12 years? Place looks so much different. And boy, my parents love it. That's the most important thing for me. Well, my dad loved it when he was alive, and my mom still loves the place. They just planted a garden, lots of trees. I think in 10 years this will be a fantastic area just to walk around, you know. I hope they're fruit trees too. The air here smells so good because it's away from the city. Very few cars around. There are no factories, nothing like that. Just huge delta of River Don. That's it. So the air here is different when I smell. It's so much different from, you know, 10 miles into the city where it's just, there are so many cars, there's much traffic and so forth. This is a bathroom, WC, how they say in Europe, and this little area is gated, and I'm not sure why. Looks like there are power cables coming in. I haven't been to this new development, but it looks pretty nice, except for the color of the house is gray. I mean, why in the world would people construct gray houses? Well, gray fence, gray houses. Well, it tells you a lot about Russia itself. Gray is in style. People walking their dogs. Tons of mosquitoes in the air. I'm not sure if you could see them, but it's their last days because it's gonna get cold very soon. And this is hands down my most favorite part of this place is reed. Miles and miles of reed. Actually, there's so much wildlife here. It's undeveloped, obviously, you know, there are so many ducks, foxes, so much fish, because this is just one little stream, one channel, and there's a system of these channels all over here. They're like tens and hundreds of miles of this little tiny channels, and actually have lots of large fish inhabit. And so from here to all the way to Rostov, which is right there on the horizon, right there, it's reed, okay? There's a city of Rostov, and I just said, and Rostov is situated on the River Don, basically where those buildings are, this Don, the large river, and this reed and these channels are part of this huge river system. The delta of, you know, this river starts right here. I actually fished here once. Michael was begging me, oh, Daddy, take me to a fishing, you know, and I did. I have a fishing rod with a bopper and a hook, so we got some worms, and right here we were catching fish. Tiny little fishes, you know, not much, but hey, it was so much fun. You see, they just planted these trees. In Russia, we call them young. They're not small, but they're young. And there are hundreds of newly planted trees here. So you see, it's going to be a fantastic alley in 10 years. 10 years is going to be great. Did you hear shots? Boo, boo. That's hunters. They're hunting inside of this reed area for, you know, ducks, duck hunting. Hey, there are actually fishermen. Let's go take a closer look. Ловится? Чуть-чуть. Nice houses, look. It's getting dark. The blue hour. I hope you liked this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.